Hello, hello, hello. My name is Miche'Lynne Bell. I am the CEO of HR Growth Spurts. Welcome to another episode of the Growth Incubator. Today I wanted to pause and talk just to my leaders. I wanted to speak to my leaders, my supervisors, my managers, whatever title you may hold as it relates to leading people. I wanted to speak with you as it relates to just-in-time feedback. As I am working with workforces all over the globe, one of the things that I am noticing is that managers are not giving their employees feedback in real time. And it's becoming very problematic when you're at a place within your organization where you're trying to grow or things are becoming a little stagnant and you're not having conversations and transparency with your staff. Anytime your employees are not performing, they're not coming to work on time, they're not behaving appropriately at work, you want to make sure you address those issues in real time. So let's talk about what I mean when I say real time. Now, when you're emotional or when you're upset or in a moment, no, I'm not saying address those issues at that moment, but you want to, of course, calm yourself and then have the appropriate conversation with your staff and your team to let them know, hey, this is an issue and we need to rectify it as soon as possible. You want to do that because you don't want to have your employees walking around thinking that everything is okay when in actuality it's not. When you do that, you create an environment of distrust, hostility, and all the other words that we can use as it relates to a toxic work culture. You want to be able to give people real-time feedback, meaning if the infraction perhaps happened on a Monday, at least by that next Monday, and that is really, in my opinion, at the latest, you want to be addressing that issue. You want to make sure that when you are addressing issues with your team members that you are also looking and referencing your handbook to make sure that whatever you're bringing up is actually in breach of the policy for the organization. So you want to make sure that you have policies put in place as it relates to whatever that infraction is. You want to tie it back to the handbook, and then you want to set expectations moving forward as it relates to how you want that employee to show up. These conversations can be verbal if you have a progressive disciplinary process, and then it should move into writing a written form. You can do that via email, or you can do that on a standard template if you have one within your organization. But you definitely want to give your employee time to correct the behavior. And I hope you don't get to this juncture, but if an outside entity takes a look at the case itself to say, okay, what happened in the workplace, you want to be able to show that you did your due diligence within your organization to notify the employee that there is a problem, and you gave that employee time to correct whatever issue or problem that is at hand. So let's stop avoiding conversations. I know sometimes they're difficult, they may appear difficult, but just keep in mind that you're creating a bigger monster at the end of the day when you're not speaking with your employee, in the sense that you're creating a culture of fear, you're creating a culture of distrust, meaning that people are going to walk around feeling like you're saying everything is okay when in actuality it's really not. So you want people to know clearly where they stand within your organization, so that way there's not a sense of anxiety walking into your environment. So that is my quick tip for you today. I hope you share this with some of your leaders. Just-in-time feedback is mission critical. If you have staff members, leaders, managers, or supervisors who are having a hard time delivering feedback to their team, please reach out to us. We can be reached at www.mkkbellconsulting.com. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next week.